Going on, everybody? This is Objective Jerk, and along with my dogs barking in the background. What's up? I don't know why I said that. That didn't make any sense. But what's up? So this is my third. It's my third episode, and my third episode and my third day. Three in a row. I've never done that before. I am either bored, which I'm not, or I guess I'm just in a mood to talk, I guess. So, not much has happened since yesterday. Uh, just, what did I do? I'm working on like a little, I don't want to talk about it. I'm working on like a little artistic thing for myself. Maybe once I get further along, I'll talk about it more, but yeah, so I was working on that yesterday. And that's kind of it, really. I gotta do some laundry or something. It's funny how you can get used to like maybe an odor in your room or your house or something. So there's something in my bedroom. I don't know if it's like some dirty clothes or something, but I didn't, I woke up this morning and I went out and shut up, dogs, and made some coffee and everything. And when I came back in my room, my wife was sleeping. It was like, man, what is that? Something stinks. I thought like it was dog shit, or like maybe my wife was busting ass, or maybe I did, and I don't know, but it was something. I had to kind of air it out, and I do have some dirty clothes. That's kind of like, I don't know. I'll have to wash them, but I don't know. Just kind of weird. Have one of those odd odors, or it's like it was like somebody like took a massive crap and didn't flush the toilet, sort of. You know what I mean? When you walk in your bathroom, you're like, oh man, and yeah, somebody didn't flush. That's what it was kind of like. Although, I guess it could be. I don't know, man. I don't know what it was or is. So that's what I'm going to be working on after this. I'm going to do some more laundry and try and pick up a little bit. It's Sunday for me, so I got mass today. They do mass in English on Sundays. It's like the last mass, so it's like at 5, and then I think they do it during the week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, like first mass. So it's like in the morning, which I kind of like doing those because it's quicker. It's like the shorter version. It's the clef notes of mass, because there's less people and stuff. It's much quicker, and you read the days, verses and do some praying, and then the Eucharist, take communion, and that's it. It's just like in and out, get it done. I don't know, I kind of like, not that like I don't, like can't take the time to appreciate and admire God and everything, but it is kind of nice just to kind of knock it out early, get it done, and then maybe use the rest of the week to do your own, praying the rosary and things like that. Which I haven't prayed the rosary, man, almost a week now. Man, for like 3 months, I did it every day. And then, I don't know, I'm like, oh, I'll do it later. And then I'm like, I'm going to bed. Oh, crap, I didn't do it. Sometimes I'll get up and just do like a decade. And then I was like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then, I don't know. I need to just do it first thing in the morning when I wake up. But, get some coffee and then do it or something. I don't know. Anyway, enough about me. You guys don't care. So I wanted to talk about, I saw a video of, what was it for? It was Congress at the Capitol or the Senate. what was it for? They were voting on something or dang, I can't remember. But Kamala Harris was, she's vice president, so she presided over it. And dude, it was so obvious that she's like wasted. You know what I mean? She couldn't even do the Pledge of Allegiance. She's like, I America stand for like, it's like what? And then you kind of don't hear. It's almost like they cut off her mic, and then you hear everyone else. But it's like, dude, we dodged a nuclear bomb with her. You know what I mean? Not just a bullet, but a bomb. Like her campaign, everything was just crap. She is crap. And people that sit there and just adore her and praise her are just so disingenuous and you know what I mean? It's like if Trump does something stupid, I'll be like, oh man, that was dumb. Or that, I'll admit it, I mean, everybody does something stupid, but she was horrible. There's like no way you can't justify anything. And I think the reason why she never did any interviews or you never hardly saw her at the beginning of her campaign is because she was fucking drunk. I think she's a functioning alcoholic or something. I mean, she didn't function very well, but man, like that is just pathetic. You can't even do the Pledge of Allegiance. So it's like either she can't do the Pledge of Allegiance or she's wasted, you know? It's Senate. Like, and that's, like people should see that. Go look it up. Look it up. You'll find it on YouTube. What's her name? Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, unable to do Pledge of Allegiance or whatever. It'll come up. And just watch it and just be like, man, dude, it's crazy that she's, our vice president. I mean, it was crazy. I said that wrong. It's crazy that she was running for president, let alone she's our vice president. You know what I mean? Dude, the country would have, man, we are lucky. We're lucky that we have the Amish. Because, they voted like crazy. Because they saw it too. They're like, oh my gosh, we can't make it. So yeah. And then let's see what else is going on. And then like stupid ass Biden do the Presidential Freedom Medal or whatever it is has lost all meaning. Like it's just pure garbage now because they just give it to the most ridiculous retarded people. They give it like to the dude. There's the guy that was like, what's his name? Okay, so the Routh guy, the second assassination attempt on Trump at the golf course. That dude who was like an acquaintance with a guy that got the medal yesterday or whatever. You know what I mean? There's pictures of him with him. And we all know like the Routh guy was like, a recruiter for Ukraine war and all that kind of crap. And but yeah, so then he's getting, it's just like, I don't know. Honestly, like if it's kind of like in the army, back in the day, like the bronze medal or the bronze star, or maybe the army the army commendation medal, right? God, I can't remember now. But there's these medals that you get for being a good soldier, doing whatever. But they give it out like over the years they gave it out like candy that it just lost its meaning. Like nobody cares. So it's like if I was to meet somebody and they're like, "Oh man, I got a bronze star," I'd be like, "So?" Silver star, maybe. What was it for? Obviously the Medal of Honor, no doubt. But yeah, like it's just so it's like. Now these people are like, oh, I got the presidential award. What is it called? Let me see. This is the only kind of notes I do take. It's just little bullet points for me to read. But I need my glasses. Where's it at? Presidential Medal of Freedom. Is that right? Anyway, yeah. So like, if I was to meet somebody and they're like, "Dude, I got the," I'd be like, just not impressed. I'd be like, whose fucking dick did you suck to get that? Or, what kind of corruption or swindling or money laundering did you do to get that? You know what I mean? It's like, it's who cares? I don't know. Like, if once Trump became president and he contacted me and he was like, "Bro, I'm gonna give you the Presidential Freedom Medal, whatever it's called," I'd be like, "Sir, I don't want it. It's garbage. Make a new one. I'll take that." The MAGA award. I don't know. Something, It's like, it's garbage metal now. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Um, let's check out my shirt. Oh, I forget that it's recorded backwards. Skeletor. I could reverse it. I tried changing the camera on my, the webcam for the computer, so that when I do because when I add my little whatevers, I can only pick one. So I could pick one where it switches it to where it's not reversed. And then you could actually read my t-shirt, which, I mean, you know what it says, but you know what I mean? But then I can't do my other stuff. So it's like, I don't know, kind of sucks. But anyway, so yeah, Skeletor. I've had this shirt for a while now. Cut the sleeves off. Pretty much all my shirts that I brought from the States, or even that I buy here, after, it's a new shirt, so I'll kind of wear it. Oh, this is my nice t-shirt. That's what I have. It's funny because, like, I wear, like, cut off shirts and, like, just some, like, comfy, like, shorts, flip-flops, commando free balling, and a little bandana. That's like my uniform that, I'm, like a cartoon character that has the same clothes. That's me, basically. And then me dressing up is a t-shirt with sleeves, maybe a nicer pair of shorts, But the other day, I had no clean clothes. So I had to actually get my nice clothes. So it was actually like a button-up shirt. I had pants and everything, And my kids were all like, "Whoa," they're all like, "Dang, Dad," dressing up. And it's just kind of funny because that, usually when it's laundry day and they got to do laundry because they're out of clothes, they got the most crappy clothes left, right? But for me, it was like my nicest clothes because I don't wear that crap here because it's just, I don't need to. I don't want to. It's about comfort, and it's so hot here. My wife is always, even now I got the AC going. It's January. I mean, not that it's cold, but it's cold for here. My wife is just like, I'm cold. And I'm just like, oh, this is nice. I don't know. Like I said, that's about two things I would change about living here. The drivers, the way they drive, and the heat. But what are you going to do, right? Let's see. So Kamala drunk, as always. Presidential medal is shit. Tesla bombing. So, man, there are more like letters or emails this guy supposedly sent out. And they're all so different and contradicting. This thing is a psyop, without a doubt. Like, I don't even know what's going on. It's hard to, can't even, oh, this is what I think happened. Oh, you know what? Conspiracy theorists are like, fuck, I don't know. Whatever. They're just giving up because it's like, what, at least the lazy ones, maybe. I don't know. But it's just like, what the crap? This is retarded. I don't know. Some things are like, oh, he didn't like Trump or whatever. But it's like, well, if he...
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thanks again for listening to The Objective Jerk. I greatly appreciate it. If you could like, subscribe, comment on wherever you're finding this. And you can also email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. So hope you're enjoying it, and please continue on with the episode. Didn't like Trump, and all this other stuff is like how he loves Trump and America was going down, but it's like, okay, but then he got voted back in. So how are you, like, it just doesn't make sense. And his ex-girlfriend hated Trump. I don't know. Maybe the dude was just a psycho and they're just trying to spin it in some way to, benefit the agenda in some way. How can we hurt Trump or whatever? I don't know. Who knows? Let's release the bird flu. Let's do this. Come on, we gotta mess up Trump. We gotta mess up because we can't do shit. I'm doing the Democrat liberal stupid voice. We can't do shit. Right. We don't know what the hell we're doing and we screwed everything up. So we need to make sure that Trump looks bad. I don't know. It's retarded. But one thing I want to talk about is the murder of Mahogany Jackson. So I saw this, I think it was on YouTube. Somebody I watched talked about it. Like it automatically brought it up. How it does the automatic. I have it turned off on my phone, but when I have on my computer, it'll just automatically play something. So automatically played this video of a guy I watch, and he's talking about this, and I was just like, and I was doing something. I think I was working on my little art thing, my art project. And I was like, what? And so I was kind of paying attention. I was like, dude, this is messed up, And then come to find out, the video is like a year old almost. And so does this incident. And I was like, I never even heard of this. So I'm just going to read it real quick because it's like a tiny ass little thing on Wikipedia. And I'll talk more about that in a second. But anyway, the killing of Mahogany Jackson. If you haven't heard about this, I'm not surprised. I'm going to need my glasses. Sorry for the glare. All right. In February of 2024, Mahogany Jackson, a 20-year-old woman from Birmingham, Alabama, was tortured, raped, and murdered. Jackson was taken captive on the night of February 24th, was assaulted repeatedly for several hours. In the early hours of February 25th, Jackson messaged her mother that she was being held hostage and to send police. Investigators believe the accused were made aware of her plea for help and shot her in the back of the head. Much of her assault was captured on video. The details of her case were described as deplorable, sickening by the police, as well as one of the most gruesome murders they have ever seen. 8 suspects were arrested and charged. 3 of the suspects were charged with capital murder, kidnapping, rape, and sodomy. 5 of those were initially charged with felony murder, until a grand jury upgraded their charges to capital murder as well. 2 also additionally faced charges of second-degree assault. So this is just like horrendous. This poor girl, and I couldn't really even find what was the motive behind it. I guess she pissed somebody off, but it's like, yeah, they recorded a bunch of it. She was raped. They were just totally like it. I guess you can see some of it. I'm not gonna. I've seen enough nastiness, death, and dismembered bodies and crap. I don't, it doesn't bother me necessarily, but this is different though. I don't want to see this. Anyway, the thing that is crazy is Mahogany Jackson is a black girl, or was a black girl. And the 12, or how many were there? The 8, 10, I thought it was like 10 or something. Anyway, a large group of people that, tricked her into coming to hang out and then captured her and did everything I talked about. They were all black. So, this is why nobody likes the mainstream media. Because if these people were white instead of black, this would have been all over the news every second of the day. Which it should have been, But it should have been for this too. But it's like they don't, who cares what color anybody is? This is like a horrendous thing. It's like it seemed like only local news really kind of talked about it and some other, it's like, it's like straight up sickening. And then like the Wikipedia, you look at it and it's just what I read the whole thing right there. That's it. Just 3 little paragraphs, 1 sentence and 2 paragraphs basically. And then you go look at anything else and it's just like all kinds of stuff and information. And it's just like, I don't know. The news only they only report what they want to for the, whoever their donors and whatever, ask them to or something. It's like instead of just reporting all the news, they just pick and choose. And that's why nobody cares, Nobody listens to the news anymore. I didn't hear about it. I mean, I'm sure there were things on Twitter or Facebook and I just happened to miss it. But something like that should have been, if I missed it, that's because there was not much of it going out there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because when I saw it, I was just like, oh man, what? This is messed up. Thinking that it just happened. And then come to find out it was like almost a year ago. And I'm just like, what? And then you just kind of see how the news, and then yeah, when you like Google her name and go on there and get the information, it's all like local news stuff. It's nothing's like CNN and Fox. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's just like the incident is horrendous, but then the lack of reporting on it is almost just as bad. The whole thing is just sick altogether. Like, I don't know. And she was a young mother. She sent out her text that she was. So I guess they kind of, were hanging out and then they were getting aggressive. But she still had her phone. She was able to send a text out. But the thing was, like, nobody got the text till the next morning and it was like too late. So, sucks. But yeah, like, what? I don't know. Dude, I keep saying it, there are shitty people of every gender, every race, everything. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter why people are trying to like change. Like you would think like why are they trying to make white people so evil and the bad guys and doing the DEI hiring and all this kind of like what's the point of it? And it's just to cause diversity. It's to divide us as a country. That's it. Because there's no point to it. And it's like these people that like that fight for this kind of stuff. They're screaming like, "Oh, America, horrible past slavery and segregation and all this kind of unfair treatment to indigenous people and people of color and all this kind of crap." Yes, it happened, but they're doing the same. They're just doing it in reverse now. It's like, we'll teach you, white man, evil, this and that. Look at you did it to people of color for, hundreds of years or whatever. And now we're going to do it to you. And now you can feel what it was like and all this kind of crap. It's like the thing is, back then, it was just ignorance. Now, Now we know that it's wrong and that it shouldn't be done. And they're doing it anyway. So that makes them worse. So the people that are pushing for all this BS, the reparation thing, or you can't hire a white man and all white people are evil and all this kind of stuff, they're almost worse than the slave owners. Yeah, I said it. Because the slave owners, like I said, originally, slaves are all over the world. Slave owners are still around today, you know what I mean? So they make it seem like the white man who created America invented slavery, you know what I mean? And it's just like, and the whole thing like that, I think I've said it before, but it all started from like a legit reason. Like it wasn't out of evil and malice to have black people work the cotton fields and all this kind of stuff. It's because of their sickle cell thing, and they didn't get sick from I didn't do research on this. But they were like immune to a lot of people were getting sick. So a lot of the colonizers were getting sick, like is it malaria? Not malaria, is it? I can't remember. But, so they were getting sick and dying. And then pretty soon they were like, they couldn't get anybody to work the fields. And they were offering people to come over from England. You get this much property if you do it. And then, so they would do that. But then they get sick and die. And then nobody was doing it. And then there was word that, hey, individuals from Africa, they don't get it. So it's like, hey, there's a boat coming in and there's a bunch of African slaves, which slave was like a normal thing back then. And they got them and they had them work the fields, And some slaves were treated as almost like employees. Yeah, they couldn't leave. They were owned. They had an obligation to the slave owner, but a lot of them were just like bosses. They weren't slave owners. They were more bosses. Now, were there like sadistic slave owners, like how they portray in the movies and the shows and everything? Yeah, of course. But I don't know the percentage wise. It'd be kind of interesting to find that, but it's just they kind of embellish everything to help fit this narrative. And I'm not saying that it was right or but it's a part of history, and it happened. What are you gonna do, right? But it was out of the way things were back then and out of ignorance, and so today when people are trying to have segregation, and it's like, did you not learn? So obviously they've never read a history book. They only know what Netflix tells them. I don't know. It's just insane. Anyway, I've been talking for a while. So that's it. Just really wanted to talk about Kamala being a drunk dumbass. But anyway, yeah, look it up. It's hilarious and sad at the same time. But thanks for hanging out. See you next time, and God bless. All right, bye. You just put yourself through another episode of The Objective Jerk. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Please email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, comment, wherever you find this, follow. It all helps. But thanks again, and I'll see you next time.